Yeah, what's going on, cunts? Welcome to the 10th episode of the Zombies Workshop podcast. I'm joined by Kunjora, Xela, and Logical. How the fuck are you cunts doing today?
Chilling.
Fucking excellent. Right.
Just woke up.
Yeah,
What an intro.
Xela finally woke up for the episode. Last time he didn't.
Yeah, man.
I was unfortunate. Had to get a quick replacement last time, but he's here now. So, This episode we're going to be discussing a range of things. The main topic is monetary gain from making maps and, you know, just supporting creators in general. So we'll be getting into that soon. I want to quickly go over what you cunts are working on, just to showcase your stuff. So starting with Kunjora, do you have anything special in the works on YouTube perhaps?
That's a good question. Well, I'm planning on expanding my stream menu quite heavily. That's something I'm working on right now. I'm experimenting with allowing people to help me as well as punish me, I guess. That sounds a bit kinky, but you know what I mean, via streaming. Other than that, just prepping videos for hitting 1,000, which is hopefully soon.
Nice.
So,
Yeah, you've been growing fast as fuck.
Yeah, that's what everyone's saying.
Zoom.
I'm happy. I'm super happy with it. Yeah, everyone's been really supportive. Getting collaborative opportunities now. I've collabed with Zombie Vendetta. He's on 32k subs. He's a pretty good, awesome dude to work with.
When you get that Hanson one.
Next up,
the Hanson one's gonna.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I'm gonna collab with Tim Hansen, which is really exciting. That's awesome. I can't wait for that.
Ooh,
yeah,
nice.
I saw that on Twitter. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. He just slid into my DMs. You know, we I think we met in a on a Mad Gaz stream, if I'm not mistaken. We were both watching Mad Gaz play Atonement, if I'm not mistaken, and then we just chatted in his chat, and then I think he checked out my channel. I can't remember the story exactly, but either way, yeah, that's happening. So that's what's in the works for me right now.
Nice. Well, shout out to Hanson for doing that, working with the smaller cunts on YouTube. Not an egotistical maniac. Xela, want to discuss anything?
Well, everyone knows I'm working on, the Asylum map, Northwell Sanatorium. But I haven't touched it in a month because I've been working on something else that'll be out very, very, very soon.
Okay.
Which Virgo may or may not know about.
Cannot disclose. And Logic?
Now I'm just like, my ears are so sensitive right now.
Yeah, just look out for the hints throughout the whole podcast.
Yeah, my hair's
There'll be hints littered through the whole podcast, so make sure you watch to the end. And don't forget to smash that motherfucking like button.
Smash that like.
Logical, your Borderlands map. Wanna
Oh yeah.
go into detail about that? Don't worry about doing like 7 paragraphs. I encourage it.
It was doing really well. Simbo was on a stream with me like 2 weeks ago, and he was like, "Yo, we should work on a car." I was like, "Oh shit! All right, let's do it." And we got it working. And then with my old map, if you look at my videos and shit, the map looks entirely different. And I was playing around. I realized it was too small, so I literally scrapped everything. And right now I'm working on a brand new version of the map. And I have a picture somewhere of the scale of the map, and it's fucking massive, this map. And it's going to take me... I was originally planning it to be released within 2 weeks before Borderlands 3, but this is probably not going to come out for a couple more months. So just be on the lookout for that, because I like to post updates and shit about it, get people involved. I like suggestions and stuff like that. So, yeah.
Yeah, go to this cunt's YouTube channel and Twitter and shit. All their links will be in the description, everyone here. If you send me that picture, Logical, I'll put it on the screen for the viewers.
Yeah, I can do that right now.
Yeah, sweet. Right. Well, that's everyone on the podcast. So, the first thing I wanted to discuss is what the fuck is wrong with David Vonderhaar right now?
Fill me in. I haven't been keeping track.
Right, he's gone mental. Straight up.
He's a little wild boy.
He was put down from Call of Duty. So like, I don't know if he's still affiliated with Activision. I assume he's still there.
Oh wait, he really did get fired from Treyarch?
Not from.
I don't think it
He's
was
not
fine.
fired from anything.
We don't know. We don't know anything.
All we know, he's stepped away from Call of Duty.
That's the last thing I heard.
I assume he doesn't work at Treyarch anymore, but he could still work just under the Activision umbrella somewhere. Like he could have got the classic fired but not fired. He was promoted up to Activision from the studio.
He was very ambiguous about the whole thing. Like,
yeah, he
had multiple meanings.
He tweeted, "I was asked by someone I respect to disconnect my day-to-day with the Call of Duty world I was a part of. I respect that. It makes sense. Before I go, good luck to all the Call of Duty World League esport heroes." And then he tags a bunch of, esport pro players and shit.
Huh. So someone told him, "Bro, don't work for COD," and he's like, "Okay."
You know, he deleted his Twitter too, right? And then he brought it back.
No, I didn't see that.
Yep.
That's weird. That's super weird.
But since then, he's just been tweeting like crazy. What's going on about random?
Isn't he part-time DJing as well? Maybe
he?
he's just gonna do that full time.
I had no idea about that. What the fuck?
Oh yeah, DJ Vonderhaar.
Bruh.
I don't know if that's just like a alter ego that he's created, or if he's actually a DJ. But
You know
that's
that
the
Black
thing.
Ops 2 map with the dubstep music? That fucking
oh yeah.
map?
The multiplayer.
Yeah, DJ Von.
Plaza?
DJ Von, our first venue. Right there, boys. Brother.
There we go.
Yo, that was a good Skrillex song.
Was it Skrillex? I don't think
Yeah,
it was Skrillex. Was it Skrillex?
Yeah, it was.
It was, yeah.
Was it actually?
It was a
Yeah.
remix.
Oh wow.
Hmm.
Right, the music was lit. Black Ops 2
actually have
music
that on my playlist.
was lit. Like the multiplayer
main
menu.
menu?
Yeah. Just hearing that
I
on
knew
repeat
exactly what
constantly.
you were gonna say.
Fuck. Too bad I can't do it anymore. Straight banned.
He's still banned. The fuck?
Oh, you're still banned on that game?
Yeah, well it's permanent. They won't do anything about it.
Yeah.
Fuck them.
Stop hacking, dude.
Maybe when I know enough developers, then maybe someone can do something. But I don't have.
Well, it's a good thing it's Black Ops 2
the
and not Black Ops
influence
3.
here. Yeah, I know, but this is the only reason why I actually want DLC 5 for Black Ops 4, so I can play the BO2 maps. Period.
I'm pretty sure it's been heavily hinted at this stage. I think the Zombie Chronicles 2 is inevitable.
I don't
to be
think
honest.
it's gonna be called Chronicles 2,
No, probably not. It'll be called something else, but
because
I think it's
Victor's
inevitable.
there's 6 maps left to remaster, and they left the
Yes.
Chaos story open-ended, like it's not finished yet. So what I think they're gonna
Yeah,
do is
it's an
6
ass story.
remastered maps, and then 2 Chaos maps, and then the Chaos will finish on that.
Wait, 6
Yeah, I
maps.
Yeah, there's town.
I mean,
Because there's no way they're going to do transit. Purely because of just time prioritization. Doesn't make sense to do transit. It'll be easier
maybe.
for
You
them
never know.
to sell. We're releasing town, diner, farm, die-rise, buried, bus depot, and then insert 2 chaos maps here. That'll be an 8 map pack, all zombies. I think that's
maybe, or maybe they're gonna do something similar to what they've done with Black Ops 4, where they add remasters on every other map and do that for Black Ops 5. Because wasn't it rumored or proven that Black Ops 5 will come after Modern Warfare? That it's now a 2-year dev
Yeah.
cycle again.
Yeah.
Treyarch are pumping out Black Ops 5 next year.
Yeah, because Sledgehammer
super weird.
fucked up so bad, apparently.
It was
Really?
It was Raven Software's first Call of Duty, with assistance from Sledgehammer. So Raven were leading the project, but the 2 studios couldn't agree design-wise on anything basically, and every meeting they had, they were going nowhere. So Activision had to step in and give Treyarch the lead. So Treyarch has taken over, and it's probably going to be a Black Ops reboot,
Right.
just Call of Duty Black Ops.
Yeah.
Such a
I mean,
shit show,
I
man.
think actually zombies in the new kind of updated engine that they've got going on for Modern Warfare would be quite nice.
Ooh,
I
that
think-
would be hella
It
nice.
would be really nice. Because after
kinda
playing
wish
Modern
they
Warfare, I kind of wish what?
No, you keep going, you keep going.
Oh, sorry. I'm just saying. After playing Modern Warfare, I actually like it. I was ready to hate on another COD, but it feels amazing. It really does.
I wish I had PlayStation.
Well, what's going to be good about this is they've laid the groundworks for crossplay. which means the next Zombies game will have crossplay.
That's juicy as fuck.
That is juicy as fuck. That can lead straight into
The
the
next one's
monetary
actually-
gain topic. What was that, Zella?
Just hope Zombies is good again.
I kind of wish they brought back like Extinction or the Infinite Warfare zombies into Modern Warfare.
Maybe. I feel. I don't know.
I do like
I feel
Special
like
Ops.
Spec
though.
Ops will make me happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Spec Ops is good.
Especially
I
the
love
survival
Spec
mode,
Ops.
dude. Co-op survival mode.
Modern for 2
that was
Spec Ops, dude.
Modern Warfare 3.
That was cool too. Survival mode or whatever it's called, chaos mode.
Oh, dude, Chaos
That
was
shit was
fucking
so-
insane.
Love that shit.
like 9 juggernauts with miniguns shooting at you and shit.
That was it.
It's the way to go, boys. Way to go. Right, so let's discuss monetary gains. So I know Logical, you were tweeting some things about
Oh
how
yeah.
expecting money, clown face or some shit, right? Now I just wanna say the argument that Filthy was making, because I was talking to him about it. No one's expecting money out of it. We're just saying it would be nice if the big fuck off YouTubers who make thousands and thousands of donations just by playing the map for an hour would give a little bit back, which will create a good cycle of support. You know, mappers make money. It incentivizes them to make even better maps, and then even better maps get made, and then more viewers come, then the more viewers donate more, then the map maker makes more, then even better maps come. So that's the argument Filthy was making.
I agree with that to an extent,
Huh?
because realistically, streamers aren't going to do that.
Yeah. 100%.
So there's only so much that you could actually say or do, but at the end of the day, probably like the really big streamers are greedy and don't give a fuck about map makers. As long as they get content every day, they're just making videos, they're just making money. So where I stand is that if you're making maps, you shouldn't be expecting anything. You're doing this as fun. You don't work for Treyarch. You don't work for Call of Duty. You don't work for Activision. It is clearly you can't make money off someone else's assets, especially if they're given to you for free, unless people donate to you out of their own will. So you can't go around on videos and be like, "Oh, please donate to me." Like I worked like years on this map, or for an example. That's not how it works. At least to me, that's how I feel. Because this is your hobby. Most of the people who are doing this don't have a degree within computer science or game design. They're doing this strictly as fun and from self-experience. And if you're trying to take this professionally and you're trying to build a portfolio, kind of like what I'm doing, I want to go to school for game design, and I'm using the knowledge I learned from mapping to put into a portfolio. I'm still not expecting money from this. I'm paying for my Borderlands map. I'm paying a scripter a shit ton of money to make all the scripts, but I don't care if I don't make like a penny back. I don't care if anyone donates to me. I don't. That's not what I'm going for. I will literally put my own money into my map because that's what I want to get from. You know, most people, don't pay for scripters and shit like that, but this is what I want to do, and that's just how I feel about it. I want to take it professionally to make money in the future, but as a job, not as a hobby. So that's just how I feel about it.
Right, yeah, and you're right. No one should expect any return from this specifically, because there is no structure in place for it to be profitable in a sense.
The only time where I could see it kind of making sense is if a map like Atonement, like that took me a year and a half to make. All right, that's a long time. Granted, I would never spend that much time on a map because, again, you're not expecting money from this. If you have a life and shit to worry about, that's different. But if you don't have anything to do, you're not going to school, you don't have work, and you're just working on a map for all this time, maybe start a Patreon, and for $1, then you could download the map.
Interesting. That's an interesting way to monetize something. Everyone will fucking hate it, but
But for those who want to support, you want to play this map that bad, you really can't put in $1. That's what. But
Yeah,
that's
no,
like
but
only
what the
some.
community's like.
That's only some maps, But that's just obviously that I don't know how realistic that would be, but it could happen.
Right.
Actually, just speaking of that, it reminds me of UGX mods back in World at War when they gave if you donated $5, they'd give you that map early access. I forgot what it was called,
paid
but this is like,
betas.
yeah.
Yeah, I remember
So you
people
could
were pissed about that. Well, I don't remember it, but I remember someone talking about how people were pissed about that. Because I wasn't there at the time. I just didn't exist.
Obviously, he didn't exist.
No. I
have a lot to say on the topic, but
go on. So I keep talking over you.
I want to let Xela. I want Xela to come in first with it because I'm interested to hear, like, from a mapper's perspective. You know.
Oh,
like
just because Logical's not a mapper. Wow.
No.
This
wow.
You heard it here first, boys.
Wow. No, you know what I mean. I mean, you know, another mapper.
By the way, what sparked this whole thing is because Matt, you know, Matt has his map Atonement.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna call out Spudley real quick. So Spudley in his video, he played his map, and in his video he said he's gonna support the creator by donating. Then 2 weeks pass. Like he said publicly to all of his audience, he's gonna donate to the map creator because he did such a good job. But 2 weeks pass, doesn't send a cent to Mad Gaz. Right.
I know exactly how much money he made off that one stream though too.
So,
just off of donations.
So you can understand why Mad Gaz is pissed about that, because you're gonna lie to the audience about something on like
that's different
on his shit, and that's what started this whole entire thing.
Okay, I didn't know that. I don't watch a lot of streamers. The only streamers I would tune into is Kunjora whenever he's doing it. Most of the time, if I'm free, or Ice Grenade or Verco. I saw your stream the other day. Xela, I try to watch, but I'm not on Twitch at night. I know that's when he streams. But I did not see that stream, so I didn't know that was a thing. If that was the case, and I knew that beforehand, done deal. Fuck Spudley for saying that and not doing that. I like his streams and everything, but that's really fucked up. Like that is not funny to play with someone's money like that. If you're gonna say you're gonna do something and not do it, that's a scumbag move. That's just my opinion, though.
Yeah, that's what we're saying basically.
He made nearly $2,000 off that one stream, just off donations as well.
Even 10% is $100 or $200, something like that.
Yeah, 200.
That's greed, man.
Yeah, and the thing is, because he says he's gonna donate to the creator, people will donate to the map. The streamer, thinking some of the money is gonna go to the creator, when it ain't.
Think about it like that, it's even worse, dude.
Alright, so what's your perspective, Xela?
Just on monetary gain from making maps.
Yeah.
I feel like if it started, it would end horribly, to be honest. I don't know why. Just because of the thing you said about Valve, how they did that with their
the paid mods
workshop
model.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think they're ever
I
gonna
feel like
do
they
it
would
like
go
that
horribly
again.
with Call of Duty.
Yeah. Well, the Call of Duty community is small on PC.
Yeah. They're also very toxic as well.
Looks good, we'll try later. Right, so I'm going to quickly give a quick, business model advice to Activision real quick. So, in 2020, you have Black Ops, right? We're just going to assume it's Black Ops, because it probably is. You've got the groundworks of crossplay laid. Modern Warfare doesn't have zombies. COD 2020 is probably your last COD for 3 years. So, with all this in mind, you could literally pump out community DLCs to the console platforms every quarter. You don't have to make any maps, you just re-release custom maps to the console platforms and packaged DLCs, and you give a percentage to the map creators. Right? You don't have to make
That's not a bad
DLCs
model.
anymore. You don't have to spend development time.
That's a good idea.
You just You just hire some staff to review the map, and then you got to pass it by legal first. Make sure there's no spooky things in the map.
Yeah.
And
that reminds me of Left 4 Dead 2, when they the map maker made the own campaign, and Valve liked it so much they put into the game as a DLC, and then he made some money off that. And it also reminds me of CS:GO for
Operation,
the map creators and the skin creators.
Yeah. Well, this is what's great about Valve. Like, Valve fully believe that mod makers need to be paid.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a cool idea. The only issue being that if, say, for example, a map maker is someone who doesn't treat it like a job. It is just a hobby. They have lives. Maybe they have a kid. Maybe they have a family that they need to look after or whatever. If it's submitted and once it's been put into the game, there's like glitches and bugs that are discovered later on, it might be hard for the studio to get hold of the creator to actually patch those and fix those.
We could always have a clause and an agreement that you sign before you can submit anything, that the developers have full reign over the map once it's put on the platform.
That's how Counter-Strike works.
Yeah.
Whenever FM Pwn for cash doesn't go in and fix every little bug that they had when it first came out, Valve did that. Even with the new maps that are like, Valve every 2 months switches out community maps and goes into the pool. I'm pretty sure the map makers they still have a say and like they're working on it. But I'm pretty sure if it's like a small clipping issue where like a bomb would fall behind a couch, I think Valve can just really quickly go in and fix that.
They can, but they typically don't. It's normally always the map creator that does this.
Really?
Yeah. FM Pwn does all the updates to cache still. But
I haven't played Counter-Strike.
But like, if you remember what happened with the M4A4, what's it called? Something How?
How?
How? Is it just How?
I think so.
Yeah, well, someone used a copywritten image illegally and submitted it to the game, and it was added to the game. And profits were made on this image because of the nature of skins in CS. So, Valve, they remade the skin basically on using their own art. They were able to do that to not violate copyright law, and then they had to pay a big sum of money to the original creator.
Yeah, I remember that.
Right.
So it has to be very well implemented. If that model of Activision or Treyarch or whatever giving a cut to mappers and porting it to consoles, it would have to be very refined, like incredibly refined.
Yeah, but it's still cheaper than actually making your own maps.
Yeah, true.
So
true. And again, like I've lost count of. I mean, as a streamer, I've lost count of how many times, even though you think it's relatively obvious, there's always people that jump into your stream and say, "Can I get this on my Xbox?"
Yeah, the console market is massive. If this was implemented,
it's huge.
Map makers would make bank.
Yeah, and I hear console players all the time complaining about not having a PC, so they can't play these maps. Just like
yeah,
it would be amazing.
Yeah, and console players are lower IQs, so.
Damn, son. But another thing is obviously optimization, because if a map maker was to submit a map, obviously the development studio will have to optimize that map better for the consoles.
Well, what you could do is just implement a in the Radiant they release, they could just have, because I assume their Radiant has these tools already, where it just shows your VRAM usage and like limits for each targeted platform or whatever. And you just have limits built into Radiant, and you can track that. And you can't submit something if you breach the limits, because there is just Excel files. You can look this up right now. If you go into your zone source, the share zone source, and go to your maps asset list.csv, you can see how many times you're using assets and how many times you're using this and that. It's just a big Excel file of all this shit. So they could use that to see if you're reaching any limits, so you stay under the 4 gig VRAM, or however much the console side.
Wait, you're just talking about like the same asset you're using over and over again? I thought that didn't matter. I thought once you just put it in, it's just
A
used it
unique
once.
asset, and you could use that.
Oh yeah.
Get the file size. And
I thought you were talking about like the same asset.
No.
The X model or the regular CSV?
What?
No, which file do you look at that?
Oh, I'll show you after the stream. I'll
Alright.
maybe put something in the description if you guys want to look at that as well. It's a good debugging thing as well if you want to look at specific things. It's generally interesting. Right.
Nice.
Next topic. Why are people pussy bitches? Right, this is a legit topic.
True, man.
Legit topic. Shifty gamer, absolute pussy bitch, right? Straight cuck.
Yes.
I don't even know. Do I know? I don't know.
Shifty
Game
gamer.
Marvel Dead Remastered.
Shifty gamer is just this dude who got other mappers to map sections of Mob of the Dead Remastered, then took credit for it in his videos, and then once the map was published, he got a little bit of criticism, so he deleted the map, deleted his entire social medias. So Jerry Gaming, who spent a fucking long time scripting the map, all of his work was just lost, just like that. And yeah, that's Shifty gamer.
Well, that's ass.
Yeah, it's just straight
You
Shifty cunt.
didn't know about that, Kunjora?
The name fits.
I
That kinda reminds
feel
me-
like. Go on.
No,
go on,
sorry.
let's go.
I always do that.
I feel like Verko might have talked to me about this when I was in the first podcast I was in. Actually, it kind of slipped my mind, but yeah, no, that's any form of credit taking is, you know, obviously when it's not your work is just I can't stand it. I really can't.
He did make some of the map, to be fair.
No, of course, you know, but making some is not the same as saying I made this. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's kind of like
Yeah,
I can't even
you can
think
tell.
of that.
He's a cunt nonetheless.
The sections that look the worst were done by him. And then we have Xixology, deleting all of his maps
Lord.
and deleting his socials. Like, I don't. The one thing I can't understand: if you get criticism, why does that matter negatively to your life at all? Like, if I'm gonna release, when I release 47 Berkeley Lane, there's gonna be like 10 million cunts be like, "There's no mystery box, stupid map maker, add perk limit, kill yourself," right? Where's the Bible ending, right? They don't say Bible, they say Bible, like the Holy Bible for some reason.
Bible.
I'm not gonna delete the map. All my socials. That's just stupid.
I
Yeah.
agree. That was a little OD.
I think the biggest issue is, and again, I don't really like talking about other community members, but I will say that my understanding of it, from what I've heard, is that he very aggressively commented on other people's work, but yet when that was turned to him, it was a problem. That's what I don't get.
Yeah, he was very hypocritical.
Zix is my friend, and like he helped me with my Khufu's Revenge. He did some scripts for it, but it kind of, I wouldn't say it's karma, but like if you're going through the workshop every single day and you go to like the really bad maps, you'd always 100% find a comment by him saying, "Oh, this is a work in progress. Your map is fucking shit." Blah blah blah, and then people start saying that about his map, and then he gets like super fucking salty. It's just like, well, you do that to other people, you know, that's what's gonna happen in return. But then you can't get so mad about having some criticism, because again, this is over the internet. Like, if you get so pissed, just turn off your fucking computer.
Yeah, how
like
the
what
fuck
Tyler
is
the Creator said.
How the fuck is cyberbullying real? Just close the screen.
Just close your eyes, dude.
Fuck.
But like, oh shit, like that's just OD though. Like,
Bro, he was straight.
I mean, the one thing that is fucked up was the people going into his streams and other people's streams that he was in, and just violating him, his whole life, and whoever else's stream they were in. Like that's fucking OD. I have no idea who was doing that. That's just straight like you're low life for doing that.
I
If
won't
you're
name
gonna
any names,
purposely go out and hunt for someone.
but there was specifically
Yeah,
Stevie
that's-
Wonder and Filthy Sandwich.
Yeah.
And
There's
it's
just
not
no
really a
reason
secret,
for
it's
that.
pretty obvious, but Yeah, well, those two, they get too deep on the memes, those ones.
I think there's always gonna be drama. There's never gonna it's never gonna. That's just fact.
As we were talking
fact, funny
before
enough-
about, oh shit, I keep doing this to you. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. It's you, dude. You having your thing.
If we just really quickly go back to what we were talking before, it reminds me of the thing with Gun of Truth with Kowloon.
Mm.
Right.
And that whole Reddit thing came out about him.
Mm-hmm.
What happened? Fill me in.
I wasn't able to read it.
Okay.
I was too late to the party. Did you read it, Xela?
I got a screenshot of
Yeah.
it somewhere on my computer.
Basically, Gunn just had a bunch of people make different parts of the map for him, just basically do everything for him, and he said he was going to pay them or give them some type of,
Payment.
reward, I guess, for doing their work, and he never followed through with it. And then everyone called him out for it, and then he apologized.
That was allegedly. But
Yeah.
I spoke to Gun of Truth right after because it was like going straight to the source or whatever.
Ooh, exclusive.
He said, as of today, like at the time, all the payments were made already. He said to me he couldn't make the payments at the time because he had life problems, but he did eventually follow up and pay, and he's apologized for any of the negative things on Twitter. All this drama's already passed, and then this Reddit thread's just bringing up old news. So that's what he said to me.
I wonder what the people who helped him say. Like if that's the same story. Might be.
Well,
you might follow through with it. You never know.
I saw on Twitter that he was asking for mappers to help him in his map, and I thought about it, and I was like, I have nothing to do right now. I joined his Discord. I was talking to him for a little bit, and then someone messaged me saying, yo, this guy is shady as fuck. Don't make him work for you. He's gonna like DOS your shit. He's gonna like literally force you to work for him. And I didn't believe it. I was like, oh, what the fuck? Like, who are you? And then it turned out to be the same person who had the Reddit post. And I was reading through it. I was like, fuck, I don't know if it's true or not. I'm just not gonna associate myself with this person.
Yeah, if in doubt, it's better to separate yourself. That's why I tend not to get involved in drama because I don't know both sides of the stories.
Same. That's why I have my opinions. I'll keep them to myself 90% of the time.
Can I touch on monetary gain just because I don't think I dropped in on it. I think what Logical said makes a lot of sense. That mappers obviously shouldn't go in.
Wait, hang on. Wait,
expecting
pause.
it. And I know Filthy.
I'm going to change the server because we're having crackling.
Oh.
I think it's Discord.
Oh.
Let's go to US Central.
Is it just me?
Oh, it's better. Yeah, it's fixed.
Okay.
It's fixed.
Hello. So yeah, I feel like going into mapping expecting money is not the way to go. And obviously Filthy agreed with that. Filthy said the same thing if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
The thing is that I think the easiest solution, at least a first step forward, would be for big streamers or streamers in general who do these maps to in the descriptions they have their Streamlabs donation page, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then they have a link to the mod, and so they can go on the Steam page. A simple solution, and one that I've been implementing for a long time personally, is also the donation page or Twitter or whatever support link there is for the mapper as well. You don't even, if you're a big streamer who has a huge amount of people watching your stuff, they will check the description and they might see that option and they'll think, oh yeah, the mapper, yeah, they put a lot of work into this. I might quickly, you know what I mean? And if the streamer might just, mention, just credit the mapper in the stream. It takes 2 seconds just to say, this mod, today we're playing this person's mod, blah, 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 blah. If you want to support them, you can do that, links in the description. That's it. That's the first step. And then that's in some cases, if there's a big enough platform, would create this cycle that Filthy mentioned that I've been talking about for a while, where mappers feel more appreciated, at least, and that will incentivize them and stuff like that. That's just my.
Well, that's why your stream is the best stream, because you do that.
Babe.
And 2, I don't think that's ever gonna happen, unfortunately. Because if you look
Of
at
course.
channels like You Always Win, Noah, whatever, they put clickbaity titles, and 99% of the time don't put the mapper anywhere in the video or anywhere in the description.
Well, you could.
Well,
Go on,
he
Zombie.
played my map and he put the.
He played
link
my
in the
map and
description.
also did it to me,
Yeah.
Noah. So maybe not so much him, but You Always Win never, ever, ever, ever does that, and it's always
Yeah.
been a problem for me.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's interesting because I feel like if channels that respected mappers had a lot of attention drawn to them, it would inspire others maybe to do the same. Because maybe some YouTubers literally just don't. It doesn't even cross their mind. It's not even made aware. And one thing I have noticed actually is there are numerous mappers now that message me saying, "Hey, I've got this map. It's unreleased. I like your streams. Do you want to stream my map whilst it's not out to the public?" And I'm always like, "Yeah, absolutely." And I feel like part of the reason mappers actually give me access to their maps early to stream is because they know that I respect their work. I'm not gonna take it for granted, and I'm gonna try and encourage people to either follow them on Twitter or check out their Streamlabs page if they want to donate or stuff like that. And I feel like I've been streaming. I mean, yesterday I streamed an unreleased map by Sphinx, and in the chat there were quite a few people who are asking, "Oh, how do I get beta access? Why don't I have beta access?" And I feel like it's that kind of level of you know what I mean. Like if it's you get what I'm trying to say. Basically, if mappers, I feel like contact me because they know I respect them, and I feel like bigger YouTubers could also be on that level of mutual respect if they just showed some support back. That's it.
Well, what mappers could do is look at it from a sponsorship, like frame it as a sponsorship. You could always email the big YouTubers and offer them like, "Oh, here's 2 weeks early access. In return, you just have 2 call to actions, and that is, go check out my page or whatever, donation link, just mention it." And you could always just do that to advice to anyone with
that worked too.
really good maps coming out.
Yeah.
Just sell it to the big cunts. If they reject it, well then they reject it. Doesn't matter, does it?
Yeah, but you asked.
Exactly. Did anyone catch?
That was my sense.
Yeah, it's good. Did anyone catch the Jay Rizzo interview with Cameron Dayton and Jason Warren?
Still haven't watched it.
Nope.
No, I have not.
It's an excellent video. Everyone should fucking watch it. 100%. It's just a really good fucking interview.
Drop us some info.
Yeah, I'll bring up a couple points mentioned in the video. This is World War II zombies, by the way. So, remember the Final Reich? How it had the notebook? And none of the future maps had it. Reason for that was because that specific feature requires a lot of development time, getting the scripts to work properly with the notebook and all this lining up, a lot of testing and shit. And because the DLC season is on a much tighter release frame, they simply didn't have enough time to implement the notebook feature on all the maps. So that's why the notebook wasn't in the fucking rest of the maps. So,
well, do you think they knew that it wasn't going to be a part of the DLC like before they even released the game?
probably not.
Most likely.
Oh yeah.
Most likely not, is what you said.
I don't know. I take that back. They probably could have.
Because I feel like if they did, or even if they didn't, they wouldn't have done it in the first place. So I don't know.
I feel like when a launch map drops, it tends to always contain a higher level of features that you don't really see much of later on. Like, for example, Zombies in Spaceland, you had the whole thing with all these arcade machines and all these little mini games you could play.
Yeah, that's because
never appeared anywhere else.
Because the release date's 2 years away, and then when the DLC season starts,
yeah, exactly,
it's 2 months away. So it's like, fucking.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have no time to like polish it.
Yeah, I mean, in Black Ops 3, you had the beast mode from Shadows, and then there you go. That's it. Not going to use it again.
That's true, but I feel like with a big company like that, like Treyarch, Activision, whatever, you don't think they had the DLC planned beforehand?
In Treyarch's case, absolutely.
I know Treyarch
always-
definitely does
Yeah.
because they need that story. Like they need to get the peoples nice and wet, you know.
They had the entirety of Black Ops 3 planned out before Mob of the Dead even came out on Black Ops 2.
Story-wise, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what Jason said.
I am so. Well, the thing is, well, you gotta remember as well with this, we're talking about Sledgehammer, and they got like cut 2 times in a row. They're making Vietnam. Nah, you're making Advanced Warfare. They're making Advanced Warfare 2. Nah, you're making World War 2. So the plans just got yeeted into the wind twice.
Ooh, Advanced Warfare 2?
Yeah.
I would
Oh,
kill myself.
God.
Dude, I would
Yeah,
love
that
that.
would
Dude, Exo Zombies
That
again.
was a
Let's
good
go.
thing that was cancelled.
Bro,
Jesus.
nah. Advanced Warfare was lit. Alright?
I actually really like the
Dear
campaign.
God.
I loved
Yeah,
the
the campaign
multiplayer.
was good. Campaign was great.
Shout out to Kevin Spacey. So another thing.
Just sorry, but Packer punching 20 times, really? For damage? 20 times.
Oh.
That's how much you had to Packer punch.
21 times.
Do I fucking
Was it?
wish?
Oh.
Easter egg.
Do I wish Black Ops 4 took from Advanced Warfare though? When you upgrade to the next mark or tier of weapon in Advanced Warfare, the camo changes. There's a visual representation to which tier of weapon you have. When you repack in Black Ops 4, there's no way to know how many times you've repacked unless you remember in your fucking brain and keep track of every weapon you have.
That is true.
So I wish
is
they would
true.
implement like tiers of PAP camo. Like it's shit, then it's better, then it's good, and then it's exquisite at the end.
Or just
Or
remove tiers.
Or just have a
Wait.
fucking number in the HUD somewhere.
Oh, wait, you said there's no way to remember
Yeah.
how many times you packed your gun to get it to full damage?
Yeah.
You kind of just have
Well-
to run up to the pack-a-punch machine and find out.
Yeah, you just gotta see the price because it'll change to 1500.
Yeah, that's
if
only
you
at the end.
fully-
You don't know how many times you have to
Yeah,
until you get to that point. You could have papped 2 times, right?
yeah.
And then like 50 minutes passes, and you're like, wait, how many times is this pack? You can't plan ahead. You can't plan like, oh, I'll do
Yeah,
2
that's
trains here
awesome.
to get 2 paps in. You have to stop, wait for the text to come up. Oh, it says 1500. Oh, I've already done it. That was a waste of time.
True.
I miss double tap.
Yeah, same. Same.
You know, stopping power and double tap in Raptro's fucking Modern Warfare mod.
Yeah.
How he separated the double tap features. One's boost damage and one's boost fire rate. I really want to do that on my map.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get in touch with
I
him.
kind of wish you would release that.
Get in touch with him. You never know.
Yeah, when's your map coming out, by the way, Worker?
December 29. 29?
2099.
I'm in 2019. December 2019.
Right.
But I didn't mention which period of the universe yet, so could be different. could be a different December 2019 entirely.
December
They'll all be dead
2019
boys.
BCE.
I was actually thinking EDF.
EDM.
F.
PDF.
EDM's the
Yeah.
fucked universe. Another thing about this interview, real quick. Rizzo was trying to get the interview greenlit for 18 months and couldn't. But
18 months.
yeah, but finally could once both Cameron and Jason left Activision. So basically, Activision
Wait,
were
Jason.
holding back. Yeah, Jason Wonk, not Wandell.
Oh, okay.
Both from.
That's yeah. I'm not surprised. Everyone knows Activision for what it is. That's just
Why do you think Bungie left? Oh my god, they destroyed Destiny
Literally.
2.
Bungie. I'm so proud of them for actually
Same.
like taking a stand and being like, we're not taking this shit. We're actually gonna make the game how we want it, and you're not gonna reign over Upper Raid anymore.
Yeah,
I think
Activision.
that's
They
awesome.
should have.
We're
They should have
breaching
stayed
the
with him
agreement.
for D1 just for the money.
Yeah.
What?
Has the game actually gotten better though?
Oh my god, have you seen? Boy,
I
I
don't
can't wait
play-
for this new update.
I don't
They
play
have-
Destiny, so
Oh,
I
they
don't know.
ever since they left Activision, they now have cross-platform, cross saves.
What?
Wow.
No more monetization. The whole game is going to be free unless the new DLC.
That's crazy.
That's actually
I think
insane.
that's it.
That's awesome.
I haven't played it
part that-
since
you
it was
know
under
what-
Activision.
Go on.
And I mean, the game environmentally looks fucking sexy as fuck. The environments are beautiful and all this,
Yeah.
but it was just boring as fuck to me. I'm like, what is this? There's no like, I don't know what's happening. I don't know the story. It's not really been conveyed to me that well.
Well, the story is ass. It's more about the looting and shooting.
Or,
Yeah, it's more the mechanics that draw you to it.
well, I don't
But
know into that.
I mean, I've always loved Destiny. Like, I played Destiny 1 all the way through and Destiny 2, but I've never owned a DLC from them. Just because I feel like every DLC is ridiculously overpriced for what it is. And now that they've left Activision, I'm going to be diving into freaking Destiny 3 like no tomorrow. I know that them leaving has changed Destiny 2, but I still feel like that game's kind of already past its time now. I'm waiting for Destiny 3.
It's going into year 3 of Destiny 2. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Although the reason why Bungie left is because Activision started breaching the agreement, because they already came to terms, they had an agreement, there was contract signed, but Activision wanted them to implement even more business models that weren't in the agreement originally. So they're asking them to do things they didn't agree upon, and that's why they fucked off.
I think they're almost glad that they breached that, so that they had an excuse to do it. I feel like after Destiny 1, they probably got tired of their shit. To be honest.
Yeah, like signing any deal with Activision, fucking cucking yourself there.
What if like Treyarch or one of the COD companies published one of the COD games? How do you think that would go?
What do you mean?
Like, say Treyarch published, Black Ops 4.
So if like Treyarch did what Bungie did, basically.
Yeah, basically.
Well, it's
They
impossible.
probably have a lot
them.
more control.
Well, it's impossible for Treyarch, Sledgehammer, Raven Software.
I know it's impossible. I'm just saying theoretically.
Let's say as a theory, everyone at Treyarch just quits, and then make their own company, and then develop their own competition to Call of Duty.
Call of Ops zombies. Like the fucking mobile games you see on the Google Play Store. The fucking...
Well, if you take a look at Left 4 Dead, the original developers who fucked off from Valve, making their own game Back 4 Blood, without Valve, it's obviously Left 4 Dead. Like, it's obvious.
Yeah.
But it isn't legally, so they're able to do that. I
reckon it would be awesome.
Bro, imagine if like a bunch of cunts from Infinity Ward, right? A bunch of cunts from Treyarch, a bunch of cunts from Raven just fucked off, made their own studio.
Well, they already did that. Look at Titanfall.
Yeah, but made like literally made a game to compete with Call of Duty, not like to create a new market. Like a direct competition.
I think it'll be awesome because they won't have any. Well, theoretically, they won't have any time restraints. Not as many, at least. It would be awesome. We already know that Treyarch can make fucking awesome games if they're given the time frame to do so. They can do it. I mean, they made Spider-Man 2, and hello.
Yeah.
That shit was lit.
That game was, oh my god, so good.
Oh,
that game was
talk about time restraints. Fucking Treyarch only have 1 year to make COD 2020.
This is why I say that Zombie Chronicles 2, well, whatever it's going to be called, is probably just going to be Black Ops 5 content.
Yeah. The whole Black Ops 4 Season 2 thing is,
that's a little bit debunked at this point, I think.
I wonder what they're going to do about it, or what they're going to say about that. Are they just, like, not going to speak about it anymore, or just...
They'll just do the classic. They'll just do the classic and never mention it.
Yeah, like factions.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, dude. Seriously. That shit was promised at the reveal event.
The game's almost a year old, and it's still not here.
Oh, it's tragic.
All it is
Absolutely
fucking...
tragic.
It's just... You remember in Infinite Warfare, how they had the... I can't remember what they're called in Infinite Warfare, but they had like these teams, and you could level up the team that you're in, and you get rewards for it, like loot rewards. It was basically like tiers.
I don't remember that.
I don't remember that, but I didn't really play Infinite Warfare after its first DLC, so...
I played Infinite Warfare heaps on PC. That game actually surprisingly lasted a very long time on PC. Probably
Oh,
because there
there's
isn't a
also
blackout to fucking compete with. Like the other modes aren't diminishing from the other modes.
But yeah, I guarantee, yeah, you're probably right. Like factions is going to drop, and there's going to be literally no innovation there. It's going to be literally just like a plain. You're now in this faction. Now you get this face paint if you're in this faction. You get this after getting 1,000 kills with an assault rifle every month. Yay!
Yeah. So what I think they're trying to do is reinvent the community challenges they had in Black Ops 3, but integrate it into factions and have different factions, and whichever faction wins or whatever, they would get like the most rewards, and you have to do it as like a community as a faction.
Yeah.
Fucking Jerry Gaming, you go to his YouTube channel, he actually fucking created a program to decompile the Louis code in Black Ops 4 to look at what factions is, essentially, because there's already code.
Okay.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's already code in the game.
That's interesting.
So man's just made a program to look at the shit. So shout out to Jerry Gaming. He's got a video on YouTube right now. Look it up. I'll link that in the description too.
Damn.
All right.
What a G.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what did he discover? Was it what you said?
Yeah, and it's just like cosmetics and shit.
This is lame. Holy fuck.
Fucking ass.
Straight.
You probably get like 5 Nebuli and plasma for like a 5-hour endeavor.
Like, they don't even release it.
I know, that's probably why. Like, they know that after like they see the response to all this shit, like, wait a minute. We can't release this.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. This is garbage.
Yeah. I'm just waiting to like log into Black Ops 4 one day. Not that I ever do that, but a message of the day just pops up and it's like, factions move to Black Ops 5.
Pre-order Black Ops 5 and get factions early.
Yeah, literally. That's gonna be fucking it. You've called it. That's it.
Oh,
jeez.
Oh, I want to bring this up real quick. Activision lying to their investors.
Oh, God.
So I'm going to quickly quote Christopher Hickey, he's in charge of investor relations at Activision Blizzard. In the conference call they had with, potential investors, he goes, I would like to remind everyone that during this call, we will be making statements that are not historical facts. The forward-looking statements in this presentation are based on information available for the company as of the date of this presentation. And while we believe them to be true, they may ultimately prove to be incorrect. Basically, what he's done there is removes all liability for lying, and then proceeds to lie a bunch. Activision misconstrued just facts straight up. Like, they're going on about the Overwatch League and how their viewership hours have doubled. And they're bragging about how their viewership hours watched has doubled. But what they don't mention is they've increased the length of the tournaments since then, and they're doing reruns on their streams, like rerunning the tournament again, which also integrate into the hours watched. So they don't mention the fact that, they've increased the tournament size and how long they run for. Because the Overwatch League is straight up dying. It's just losing numbers and viewership. So they don't mention that, they just mention that. And fucking... Let me read the quote. Oh, an interesting thing is they're focusing heavily on mobile. So they had the Diablo mobile, which we know how that went. They've got Call of Duty Mobile coming out. And I think Call of Duty Mobile is going to generate a fuck ton of revenue for them.
Yeah.
Because the mobile market is absolutely massive.
It is. It really is. Like, have you seen the YouTube stream page? I think the second most streamed game right now, because you've got Fortnite at the top, obviously, but most of the time PUBG Mobile is second.
What?
What?
PUBG Mobile?
I didn't know there was a stream page on YouTube. Where the fuck is that?
You go to gaming.youtube.
Oh, fuck that. Bro, YouTube's website's garbage, actual garbage. Have you tried navigating YouTube? Absolute nightmare.
Yeah, it's
The
garbage.
problem is the new fucking studio.
Oh, it's so annoying.
That's the
Every
big-
time you click on the manager, it defaults to the new one, and you have to go back to the classic. It's so fucking annoying. Why are you wasting my
Okay, so
time?
I'm on it right now. Top live games. The number one right now is Cyberpunk 2077. And the second one is PUBG Mobile.
How's
That
that
is
the
the
top
second.
one? Is games not out?
I don't think it's out, but
It doesn't
must
come
be-
out till
oh.
like next year. The hell?
it's GameSpot and IGN are streaming it right now, and everything.
Okay.
Yeah, let's see. I see.
It's got more viewership than Minecraft and Fortnite.
Yeah, so basically, while they focus on mobile, I think they're gonna. This is why I think they're gonna stop making CODs after 2020. Like yearly, at least.
That's a bold statement.
Yearly, at least.
Oh, okay.
So there might be like a 2-year or 3-year gap until the next one after COD 2020. That is what I believe. Do you know what they probably will do is they'll just be like, yeah, Modern Warfare 2 remastered for 2021 and Modern Warfare 3 remastered for 2022.
Yeah, because they already made them.
Yeah,
Like,
they're already done. So
I would love to say that I wouldn't, I'd speak from my wallet, but I would get Modern Warfare 2. Absolutely.
Yes, I am. I love the campaign on that game.
Yeah.
oh, it'd be good for about 2 months, and then in comes the microtransactions like crazy. Fucking
No way, I thought it was just the
supply
campaigns that
drops,
were
more
remastered.
fucking. No, there's no way they don't have
That
multiplayer.
was the rumor, but yeah. I feel like multiplayer has to come inevitably. The money that would provide is unfathomable.
Exactly, especially when you fucking squeeze in as much microtransactions as possible.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
They'll
change
probably
the
just
server
release
real quick.
campaign as like a pre-order bonus for a certain game, and then the multiplayer is like a separate thing that you can buy, and that combined. It's a shame. I feel like what might happen with the next generation of consoles, though. I mean, if what Verko's saying is true, they might just push out a game called Call of Duty, which is kind of like Call of Duty Online in the sense it's a clash of many different elements and aspects, different COD games or assets and stuff, and then just constantly update that and pump microtransactions into it, and just have like a running game that they update, kind of like how I don't know, GTA Online has just been going on forever with DLC that costs ridiculous amounts of money. Obviously, it's free, but it's not.
Free asterisks.
And yeah, free, but you need to invest 24 hours to buy a t-shirt. Yeah, GG. But I feel like COD might do something like that, to be honest.
Well, it's looking more likely now because the studios are already fucking linking up for 2020. That we just need to add Infinity Ward into the mix.
Mm-hmm.
But a Call of Duty All-Stars game where like it's just maps from every COD made. Like they could be thrown together pretty quickly.
Yeah,
Most of the development
have you
time
seen
would
COD
just be
Online?
UI. I've
Yeah.
only seen like screenshots. I haven't seen much.
Okay, so COD Online, fundamentally speaking, is literally Treyarch assets and Infinity Ward assets just smashed together into a respectably, genuinely awesome game. Actually, it is literally you can be playing with Treyarch weapons on Favela from Modern Warfare 2, or like playing a remastered version of Derice.
Yeah, that
with,
Derice looks
like,
fucking
ACR.
excellent. I saw that, like the futuristic factory thing they did to it. That looks really fucking good. I like what they did to that. If we had that for the Giant,
in fact,
would have preferred it.
Yeah, that would have been cool. I mean, I've actually got gameplay on my channel on all of the 4 zombies maps that they put out. That was like one of the first things I actually covered on my channel. I had like 20 subscribers. I just slapped that shit on there.
1,000 subscribers special confirmed? Question mark.
Oh, yeah, sure. I'll do a live stream on COD Online where the servers are Chinese and I'm streaming.
Isn't there like
dragging
cat guns or
from
something
China.
on there? Like weird. They have like weird ass weapons, don't they? Like
Yeah,
animal weapons and
it's
shit.
got a little spice of Asian culture, I guess, wherein they just have like weapon variants that are ridiculous, to say the least.
I'm gonna say something
an interesting
controversial
game.
real quick. I like weapon variants.
What?
That's
The
all
idea,
controversial.
fundamentally, I like the idea of weapon variants. Like in Advanced Warfare, they had weapon variants. I like that idea. What I don't like is the way you obtain them, obviously.
Oh, of course, yeah.
So like,
No, I like that idea. I think it's good.
it's like, do I use the ASIM ones with higher fire rate but less damage, or do I use the one with more damage, less fire rate? Obviously, you grab the speakeasy every time, but you know,
That's why I didn't like that. Everyone would just rock the speakeasy.
Dude, H-Bro
If you didn't have it,
Insanity.
you were beat.
H-Bro Insanity is where it's at. 100%. Right, well, that's all the topics, and we've hit the 1 hour mark, so that lined up literally perfectly. Is there anything you guys want to bring up? Anything you want to discuss?
Support your local map makers, people.
Follow me on X videos.
Nice. What's your username on that?
It's just my YouTube name.
Okay. Well, I'll do that straight after the podcast.
Cool. Let's bookmark that for later.
I couldn't think of anything funny.
I'll just add that scrolling text at the top. This video was uploaded to.
Oh my god.
Slap on that perfect 70% opacity and you've got it just right.
Oh wow, you seem to know a lot about creating content for that.
Yeah.
How long hair does you wonders. Alright, so thanks for watching. Smash that like button, subscribe. Be sure to check all these cunts out, and see you next time.